A very good afternoon to you and welcome to Lunchtime News, coming to you live from the Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. I'm Stephanie Lazarus. Let's start off with a look at the headlines. Clash between two factions of fishermen in Kittidua, Nigambo and Kudapadua, 2 persons injured. Sluice gates of Dedru Oe open owing to inclement weather conditions. 3 dead and 9 injured owing to accidents reported within the lapse of 24 hours. And in international news, tensions escalate as Hong Kong protests for democracy continues. Now, stories in detail. 2 people sustained injuries during clashes which erupted between 2 factions of the Kuttidua and Kudapadua villages in Nigambo. According to our correspondent, the situation has been brought under control.
The clash had broken out last night between a group of fishermen of Kuttidua in Nigambo and a group of day fishing traders of Kudapadua, Vellavidia. Our correspondent said that a tense situation erupted between the 2 groups once again this morning. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Arohan said that a row between fishermen and dry fish traders had persisted for weeks. While 2 people were injured in the clashes, damages were caused to several 3-wheelers, motorbikes and a boat. The injured have been admitted to the Nigambo District Hospital. SSP Rohan said that the police STF has been dispatched to the area to beef up security.
Speaking at a media briefing, Minister of Public Administration and Home Affairs WDJ Senevaratne elaborated on the benefits that have been provided to state sector employees through the 2015 budget.
Members of the opposition parties claim that we had given away benefits like Santa Claus. Well, it is true. Some are under the impression that it was given in view of the election or to win the hearts of the people or even trick the people. It is not like that. These things were requested for quite some time now. State sector employees requested for a salary hike. When we granted a living expenditure allowance, they rejected this and demanded for a salary hike in particular. So then what we did was we included this allowance and a salary hike. From the 1st of July, we will increase all allowances, salaries, pension funds, and we will also provide them with an interim allowance.
Today is Il Poya, which is a significant day in the history of Buddhism.
Some of the significant events that took place on this Poya Day include the first Buddhist missionary activity by the 60 Arahat and the Jatila brothers entering the Buddhist order, the festival of Deva Harohana of the ascending to heaven by Gautama Buddha, and the accepting of a robe from the future Buddha Maitreya, who was a disciple of the Buddha, were also events that took place on this Poya Day.
An individual has launched a hunger strike atop a tree in the Kandy town in protest against acts that degrade the principles of Buddhism. According to our correspondent, the demonstrator says that although he had submitted letters with many signatures to officials on many occasions regarding his opposition to the issuance of documents and postings which degrades Buddhism, no action has been taken. Our correspondent, quoting the demonstrator, added that he launched the hunger strike in this manner to urge the relevant officials to address this matter. A new electric system which was constructed around historical Tissa Maharama temple was declared under the auspices of President Mahinda Rajapaksa last evening. Subsequent to the opening of the electric system, the President made offerings of flowers and later engaged in religious observances. Thereafter, the President called on the chief incumbent of Tissa Maharama, Venerable Dr. Devalagama Dhammasena Thera. He then engaged in cordial discussions with the chief prelate and the Mahasangha and also met with the devotees. A number of officials were present for the ceremony, including Deputy Minister Sanat Jayasuriya. Meanwhile, former chief organizer of Yatinuwara, the present deputy mayor of the Kadugannawa Urban Council, as well as several UNP activists, met with the president in Temple Trees, who then crossed over to the UPFA yesterday. They stated that they arrived at this decision as they supported the manner in which the president was taking the country forward. Furthermore, an award ceremony for agencies providing foreign employment was held under the auspices of President Mahinda Rajapaksa. The President stated that it was due to the development in foreign employment that the unemployment rate in the country has decreased.
The
main source of income came from the plantation sector for years, but as of late the apparel industry assumed that role. The main source of income in terms of foreign reserves comes from foreign employment. You have become the people who influence the country's economy significantly. By working relentlessly, you have rendered a service to this country, because you work in order to increase the rate of employment. This has paved the way for the decrease in the rate of unemployment. This is solely because of your cooperation.
The spill gates of the Dedru Oya have been opened due to the heavy showers received in the area. Assistant Director of the Disaster Management Centre, Pradeep Kodipilli, said that this has caused the Eluvankulam area on the Putlam Mana Road to be inundated. Meanwhile, search operations for those missing in the Koslanda landslide recommenced this morning. Newsfirst Ashrayan Tharaka, who is at the location, filed this report.
Those who were directly impacted by the Koslanda landslide have been housed at the Koslanda Ganesha Tamil College and Poonagala Tamil College. However, the basic needs of these people have been provided owing to the relief distributed by the government and the public. Regardless, these people in camps are yet to adapt to the life in a camp. This is the manner how children at the Poonagala Tamil College go on about their day. Information on their parents are yet to surface.
These children who are 4 to 6 years old may still not know what is happening. Although they seem happy and playing around in this camp, it is our responsibility and the government's responsibility with regard to their education and future.
After losing almost everything, there remains only one hope for these people: having a roof to live under in a safe environment.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Plantations Industries has taken a decision to provide lands in safe locations to residents close to estates who are directly under the threat of landslides. The Ministry's Secretary Dr. Damita de Souza said that these lands have already been obtained following discussions with Plantations Industries. Dr. de Souza added that the National Building Research Organisation will conduct inspections into these lands. The 48th Annual Country Music Annual Awards featured A-list performers that brought the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville to its feet. We wrap up this edition of Lunchtime News with Kerry Underwood taking the stage and pop star Ariana Grande, who treated the audience to a surprise crossover performance. I'm Stephanie Lazarus. Join us again at 1:55 for the latest.
0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.